Hey favored ones, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading will be on Sword and Shield, how you are forging your path and how you're bringing forth your own desires. So for today, the placements will be these little flower figurines I got, and pile number one will be this blue flower with a yellow bird. And the second pile will be this orange flower with this blue bird. And the third pile will be this flower with that's pink with a little ladybug on it. So just before I get into the piles, I just wanted to remind everyone that these are general readings and everything may not resonate, and that's perfectly okay. If you feel something's a little off and it doesn't sound like your story, then it's probably not for you, and that's okay. Look within for more guidance, and you're free to watch other videos of mine as well. This energy is going in with the new moon in Pisces that's coming up. I think it's on the 19th. I'm going to be reading this energy on the 16th. But again, these readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter whenever you're reading, watching this reading, then it's divine timing and meant to be for you. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the readings. I will have the timestamps below, and so I'll see you there. All right, bye. Pile number one. If you chose the blue flower and yellow bird, as I went to go say that, I thought of donkey. So you could be forging your own path in becoming best friends with someone, like really finding a place that you belong. That might be that will resonate to someone. You like Shrek is love, Shrek is life. But yeah, I just remember blue flowers, red thorns, blue flowers, red thorns came to mind as I went to go say that. So it's definitely something that you could be doing, is that you may feel like you're peeling back the layers and finally speaking up for yourself. Like at the beginning, Donkey didn't really want to speak up for himself because he was afraid, and then he decided to speak up for himself and he continued on from there. So let's see how you're forging your own path and becoming your own hero. I'm gonna keep that one. Spirit guides, guardians, ancestors, can you please guide me? And answers for pile number one. Now, blue symbolizes both the sky and sea. So the sky and the sea could definitely be a part of your future path and bringing forth your desires. You could be working with water scrying. You could be traveling by air or sea to reach the destination of your desires. And being on the right path. Blue also symbolizes freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, sensitivity, as well as loyalty, depth, trust, and stability. Yellow birds symbolize joy, positivity, enthusiasm, liveliness. They're also a good sign of good luck and fortune to come. So I feel like your path is you're on your way to gathering your fortune and freedom and power to travel and go where you choose when you want to. Yes. The way all these cards just popped out of the deck, I feel like some of you may be stuck in that mindset that you need to choose one direction for yourself. I'm not big on One Direction, but I do know that one of them left, like Zayn. So like, don't feel like you're confined to one direction your whole life when you could break off and create your own future, your own desires. Maybe you collaborated for a little bit with someone else, had a partnership, and now you feel like breaking out and starting your own business. Maybe you worked in a clinic and you want to open your own clinic so that you're not working under anyone anymore. That may resonate for some of you there. Let's get into it more with the cards. Pile number 1, how are they forging their own path? How are you forging? Take that one. Your own path. Do the hop, do the hop, do the hop. Some of you may really like nooses, or dancing is your passion, because I'm getting the song Hopty Hop, do the Humpty Hump from Step Up 2, where you could be an underdog. I feel like pile number 1's you're really like the underdog and no one expected you to really just pull a win out of nowhere, just coming in clutch with so much passion and skills, and really just owning your talents. How are they forging their own path? Underlining energy of the deck is King of Swords. So really mastering the mind. Some of you may work with psychology, or really work on, like, I see runes here as well. So you may work with the spirit realm. You could be master number 33 for your life path number. You don't have to be, it could be 6 as well because it breaks down, or you could be seeing 3s or 6s a lot, reading the web. So yeah, you're really able to, you could, I feel like a lot of psychic readers here who are putting themselves out there onto the web. You could be like me, where you do YouTube readings or on another platform as well. I definitely see that you work with runes or have been thinking about them. Light languages as well, with the little rock symbols there with the runes. And yeah, just really creating your own web of followers or group networking. So this is definitely the pile where you help heal others through your playfulness, and that's how you're forging your own path. Is you're not allowing social norms to discourage you from this sense of freedom and power when it comes to healing others. You could have started off in like the psychology or counseling type field and made your way into the more spiritual healing field. So overall, still a healer. Some of you could still be in the path of healing, but just letting your passion take play. For those who aren't healing through the traditional or spiritual sense, you're doing it through music. You're helping heal your inner child and creating your desires through music. We have here with this individual playing a flute here, it looks like, for a group of community, and it seems like very close to home. So you could be starting off your music within a group of friends, and now, like I said earlier, you're ready to branch out on your own. You're ready to stroke your own passionate fire and really let the roots of your own passion and skills take root, so that your own desires and career can take flight. Like, you've taken that time to really build the roots and build a sturdy foundation. and you're ready to let it take flight and really step into your own spotlight. Yeah, you're ready to pounce on your opportunities to get the desires that you want from your wishing well. So starting, I feel like a lot of pile number ones, all of you are healers. It's just what way you're deciding to go through with that. So we have the labyrinth here, Nine of Swords. Really trusting yourself to walk away from what's no longer serving you, whether that's limited belief of your own skills or just lack mindset that you won't be able to take care of yourself if you are to go towards your passion. And I feel like that's how you're forging your own path right now, is by affirming your own talents, affirming your own sincerity to commit to yourself and your own inner wisdom. We have the Queen of Cups here, so really pouring into your own self and taking discernment on who you share your energy with and protecting your dreams. So if you know people aren't supportive of your dream, I feel like you're just not letting those people know your next move at this time. Like, a lot of people didn't believe that. I hate speaking on. Oh, sorry, I don't really want to speak out of turn because I don't know a lot about it, but it keeps coming up. So you could be One Direction fans. If you're not, then this is what Spirit's giving me as an example. A lot of people didn't believe that they could, like, Harry and Zayn could go out on their own, and that if they didn't have a team with them, then they wouldn't make it. Well, that's just untrue. And so yeah, if you feel like you've had grounding for creativity and your passion has been in place, trust that it's time to walk your path on your own. If you've been maybe feeling like you're dependent on someone else in order for you to be successful, I feel like that's the next part in forging your own path, is knowing that it's just not true. You are your point of orientation. So you're at the orientation part of Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Swiftly coming through with mind over matter. You're having your origin story is coming about. The one where they finally break off from that nurturing pond to sails up and through the seas, or like some of you could definitely be traveling a lot. I feel this is the pile that will be traveling in order to establish, and if not traveling like in person, like I said, over the web before with the Master of Swords here. Master of Universe as well. I feel like a lot of you could be working with animals, especially with the animals here. Some of you could travel with animals to make them feel better, or some of you travel to heal animals with Reiki. But yeah, some of you could definitely be caretakers or foster parents for animals and human alike. A lot of daycare work as well. Some of you may be working for a daycare clinic and you just want to open your own establishment at home and not have to, drive to work every single day. You just get them to drop them off there and you get to take care of them within, the comfort of your own home. Some of you may have, I also get the feeling that some of you were stay-at-home moms, and now it's time that, the kids have left the nest and you have more time for yourself to work on your passions. I definitely feel like you're stroking the embers of your younger years dreams that you have put on hold, and you feel like it's almost like you're going through a maze trying to get back to your original self through all the different layers. Yes, back to the Shrek. All the different layers that you got to pull back. You're a partner, you're a parent, you're part of the community, and but like finding your center. Like I feel like you may enjoy watching Guardians, uh, Rise of the Guardians, like when Claus is telling Jack Frost, find your center. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is you're taking the time right now with forging your path to finding your center and letting it take, like, letting it live. You know, you may have put it on the back burner a couple of times, and that's certainly a heroic thing. Not everyone will take the time to be loyal and take care of, you know, responsibilities and priorities. Now I feel like it's the part where you don't have as many responsibilities and priorities that will come first before yourself, and it's time to indulge and have the confidence that you can do it and you're worthy. So, anything else? Spirit, guides, guardians, ancestors. Jewelry. I feel like a lot of jewelry and fashion making as well, with a lot of the cloaks. You could be traditional clothing that your family generational could be, and you're bringing that back around to bring back, and you're bringing back family traditions that may have been lost over the years, and you're really incorporating them into your daily life as you forge your own path, by going back to your family's line's traditional way of culture and living. And that's one of the ways you're forging your own path, is by not going by societal norms and really choosing for yourself what way you want to live and how you present yourself as an everyday being in this life. So we have Knight of Pentacles, which really means tangible progress. So just know, as you're forging this path, your guides and your support team really want you to know that you're making tangible progress towards this, and to not get frustrated with yourself. You deserve, you know, enthusiasm and liveliness as you pour into yourself. And that's really amazing. So yeah, you're really letting your passions and learning to trust to walk within your own creativity is how you're forging your own path right now, is knowing that you don't need to rely on others to become successful. That's really how you're forging your own path and becoming your own hero and your own knight. That's how you're using both your sword, your mind, and your shield, your heart, to forge your own path right now. And I think that's beautiful. And I look forward to reading your energy more and more as you walk this path of trusting within yourself. So right now, how you're forging your own path is really trusting your own instincts and trusting your own passion and your own creativity. I'm going to roll for your angel numbers, numerology. You can look it up after and see which one resonates for you. We have 365. So if you want to look that up, you certainly can. Again, that's 365. And so yeah, I really enjoyed reading your energy. Thank you for coming through pile number 1. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. Bye. Pile number 2. If you chose the orange flower and bluebird, then this pile is for you. So bluebirds symbolize joy, hope, bringing hope to others, and that good news will arrive soon. So if you've been waiting patiently for good news to arrive, that's definitely confirmation here for you, for those who accept and are willing to receive good news. Other symbolisms for bluebirds represent connection between the living and those who have been passed away. So I feel like some of our pile number 2s could be mediums, or you could just be really getting in touch with your ancestors, making a ancestor altar or just a blessings offer, or there could be someone who you just talk to daily to try and like get guidance from a passed on loved one. We also have orange, which symbolizes optimism and energetic, which orange is also used in branding a lot. So pile number 2, one of your paths that I feel for some of you that you're forging is creating your own brand, whether it's for music or like jewelry. What's another one? Like poetry, art, you know, your book publishing, and you need like a brand, or you just need a logo for if you're online and have a YouTube like this and you just want to have your own logo. I feel like you're working on that. That's where you're working towards right now, is getting your brand, creating your brand for whatever it is that you do to be creative. That is your next step. That's your next path. Like that's how you're on the path to forging, to create your desires. So let's get into the cards on top of that. Can we get pile? I'm gonna keep that one because it threw out at me. Can we get pile number 1, please? Some of you could have been from pile number 1. Oops. Could have felt called to listen to that one as well. It could have some messages in there. If you feel called to watch it, go right ahead. But this is pile number 2's. Pile number 2's. Can we get the orange and blue? Pile number 2's. I really feel like pile number 2 rhymes a lot. Whether it's for silly intentions or for career intentions. Comedy, I feel like, is one path that pile number 2s can feel drawn to and resonate with. That if you don't feel like you're a comedian, you could just be a silly Billy kind of personality, and that's certainly great too. Having laughs is the best kind of medicine. Feel like you like messing around. This could definitely be the pile for pranksters. Definitely could be into, you know, tomfoolery and mischief. Okay. Pile number 2. I got the song Tequila, so some of our pile number 2s could be bartenders, or you could work inside of the scene where, you know, alcohol is involved. Oh, you could be creating your own like hops and wine and store that kind of stuff. It could be one of the many things that you're creating a brand for. That's cool. Okay, so we have here, how is pile number 2 forging their own path? How are they using their sword, their mind, and their shield, their heart, to create a path? you're really moving away a lot of illusions of what may have been placed on you. You're definitely coming out of a dark moment. A lot of you pile number twos are going through your sobriety. And just because you're sober doesn't mean you're not a part of the bar scene anymore. But yeah, definitely finding peace within the darkness, removing any illusions that you may have had about yourself, self-limiting beliefs, and connecting back with yourself. So I see there's nines here a lot. You could be seeing nines. Could be coming up for you in numerology a lot. Yeah, a lot of you could definitely be into making music. Enjoy going for karaoke. I feel like this pile really enjoys karaoke. I feel like forging your own path is when you're around your friends having fun and just living silly and like indulging in your inner child is how you forge your path. Reminding others to live in the moment and enjoy life while being whether they are sober or not, you're able to have fun. And I feel like you really convey that to others. And that's the path you're forging for yourself, is to be a light and be the jokester, the class clown for others, so that they remember not to be so serious and take everything so seriously and really, you know, like bog themselves down with stress. Yeah, you're here to like be the stress relief for yourself and others. You really cloak others by being the star, and you cloak yourself too. You don't let other people's like negativity or their lack mindset really affect you, and you're birthing your own enterprise. I feel that will be there for generations to come. It could have been passed down to you. Now, it certainly doesn't have to, but I feel like you're birthing an enterprise that you want to leave behind for the next generation, whether it's like descendants that you know or just like the community that you have, so that the next generation in that community is has something to look forward to. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of community. It's here in the symbolism a lot, like all these dolphins. I mean, you have purpose. You like bringing other people a sense of purpose, and that brings you a sense of purpose, knowing that others are having fun and joyful. I feel like sometimes pile number two, that you feel like a wallflower, that you don't really belong. And I feel like that's where you're forging the path, is knowing that you belong. I'm getting the song from Hercules. I would go almost anywhere to feel like I belong. And I feel like that's the point where you're at in forging your own path. You're really starting to ease into the fact that you belong everywhere you go because you're there. And wherever you are is home. And you might have been looking for outside validation from other people to feel like you belong. You could take a lot of time in nature to like really connect with the Earth Mother, and you know, especially with the Earth Mother here, letting, you know, yourself disconnect from the hustle and bustle of the fast-paced life that society has given to us recently. Continual healer is Queen of Pentacles. So you're really sitting within your own abundance. So yeah, you're abundant in energy and truth seeking. The Nine of Cups as well. So I feel like a lot of abundance. You may have to work a lot on your mental stability and wellness, and in order to become a guiding light for others. So I feel like that's the reason why you don't take a lot of things so seriously, and know that it's okay to just joke around, because it was one of the ways that you got yourself peace in the darkness. And you know, and healing yourself will heal the planet. You could work with healing, whether it's traditional practice of medicine, or if it's spiritual. You know, you could be almost anything and help raise the vibration of the world and help heal the planet by just healing yourself. And I feel like that's the next part of your path, is knowing that you belong and you did the work and you healed up your own childhood wounds. Like, yeah, so number 5, the underlining energy of it was spiritual leaders. I think this is the Hierophant energy. Taking the, yeah, so like you used to feel like everyone else, you didn't belong, because you used to put everyone else on a pedestal, like, oh, they're cooler than me, they have more friends than me, oh, they've had more experience than me, oh, they've traveled more places than me. But you're starting to realize that the experience you've had in your life, the interests that you have, the trivia knowledge that you obtained over time is just as interesting as the next person, as long as you're in a room full of people who appreciate you, and you've already learned how to cut off people who don't appreciate you and only amplify that mirrored feeling within yourself that you don't belong. And it may be throwing you off a little. I feel like some of you are nervous and really holding your candle close to yourself because you're afraid that someone's going to come along and try to dim your spirit again, instead of, you know, you're this bright, but you had dimmed yourself to be a wallflower into that little tiny candle. And you're not meant to be a tiny little candle. You're meant to be a star. You're meant to be the sun. You're meant to be the moon and the sun. You are meant to be your own life force for yourself. You're the one who turns the tide for yourself. And you know that now. You know that. And that's how you're forging your own path, is by knowing your worth. Pile number 2. You really, really know it. And I'm so pumped for you. Because to get peace in the darkness and really, like, to forge peace, you really have to sit with yourself. It is not an easy task. Shadow work and, like, mental wellness healing is something that's done behind closed doors, and a lot of people don't give it the kudos and admiration that it deserves. They just normally see, like, oh, you're healthy now. Wish I could do that. It's like, you can, but you have to put in the work. And you know the work you did and put in for yourself was worth it, and you've seen the results from it, so you're continuing to do it. And you're beaming. You're beaming, pile number 2. You know. You already know. You already know. You're the star. It fell down again. People want to put you down because you're the star. and you won't let them. You keep picking yourself back up. I don't know what the trend is called, but there's like videos online where it's like you're talking to yourself and you're trying to give, you know, you light the lighter and you pass it to your to the toxic self part of yourself, and it keeps blowing it out. Well, I feel like you're at the point where you're saving and protecting that light, and you're not gonna let anyone make you feel like you did when you were a child again. And that's awesome. It's so cool. I feel emotional for you. Oh, it's okay to cry if you need to. Let it out and move it on. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna roll for your numbers. You can look up online what it means to you. And we have 156 for your number. Again, that's 156. So yeah, pile number 2, that was great. You're forging your own path by knowing your own worth and being silly. Amazing. Amazing. I can't wait to read your energies again in my future videos. Remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. And I'll see you all in next time. Bye. Pile number 3. If you chose the pink flower with the ladybug, then this one is for you. So I feel with the symbolism of the green on the bottom, I feel like you're really creating stability for yourself right now, especially when it symbolizes abundance of money as well as stability. Where did I put the information? Oh yeah, new beginnings, growth, which people could be experiencing some jealousy from due to your abundance or stability at the moment, and it's just, and I feel like you're also not paying any mind to it with the ladybug, which symbolizes for protection, healing, good fortune, and grace. It's a very spiritual animal, and it often protects plants and flowers from pests or bugs. Some of you could have some sort of pest or virus problem at this time, sending you healing, and I know you'll get out of it. You're smart. But yeah, pink is nurturing, playful, and nostalgic color that takes people back to their childhood. You could be working with children a lot. Pile number 3, that could be one way you're forging your path. It says that hot pink is usually associated with love, romance, and even lust. That could be one way you're forging your own path. You could work with Tantra or healing childhood wounds from SA or survivors, or even yourself. It doesn't have to be for others. It could be that you're healing that part of yourself and trusting to be vulnerable, and picking healthy partners for yourself is something that you could be forging your path towards. For those who are asexual, it is definitely just a symbolism of both your innocence as well as passion for creativity or for protecting others. Also stands for grace, so some of you could be working with the pink symbolism, some of you could be dancers. Okay, I'm going to keep that. Spell real all out. I'm going to keep it. I've been trying to not take things as for what they are and be trying to be more going with the flow with my card pulling. Ooh, I feel some of you can have very stubborn energy. I got cat hair. I know some of you may have cats. Go away here. Some of you could be cleaners. Getting clean could be something that you're doing to forge your path, and healing from doesn't mean you've lost your innocence. There's no judgment here. I'm in my sobriety of over 5 years, and yeah, so no judgment from me, and congratulations and best of luck on your journey. I'm rooting for you. Okay, pile number 3. Can I get on how they're using their both sword, mind, and their shield, heart, to forge their own path and becoming their own knight? Are they becoming their own hero, please? Guides, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team. Okay. So that was an extra one. I'll put that off to the side and still pull. 5. I have the song Do the Hustle. So some of you may be, the one in particular I'm getting it from is Greece and Lorax. So a lot of you may be into herbology, biologists, botanists who enjoy outside wildlife. You don't have to be, but it is certainly in the symbolism here. You could work with the deity Pan or Gaia, Danu, Anu, if you're not into the sciences and into biology and botanist and herbology, or study of animals even. Like, you could be another type of biologist. It could be studying bugs and their life cycles too. Yeah, definitely life cycles. I feel like there's a lot of and really into bugs and spiders and stuff like that. Runes, definitely have an online following for what you do, whether you do foraging for like mushrooms or something like that. It's definitely a possibility with the Master of Swords, which is the King of Swords. So definitely a lot of work with your mind. And we have 2 of Cups here, so you could definitely be, I definitely feel like you're balancing an authentic connection, especially with like divine feminine. You could be drawing in your counterpart. That might be something that you always wanted to do. You could be the type who wanted to stay at home mom, which is just as valid and as important. It's an important job for those who aren't, or stay-at-home dad. Sorry, stay-at-home parent. You could be a stay-at-home parent, which is very valid and necessary within a society to make sure that, you know, every family functions as they need to. As long as the kid is taken care of and the family is taken care of, then boom, valid and healthy. Love it. Okay. For those who are forging their own path, I feel like some of you may work with the Fae realm as well, with the fairies over here in the corner. So I feel like some of you may be psychic mediums who connect with nature a lot. You could be druid. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Your family line could be Nordic as well. Getting a lot of that feeling. A photography. I feel like a lot of you could be photographers as well. Whether you do it, take pictures of nature, or you take pictures of concerts or fashion photo shoots. I feel like, yes, definitely a lot of photographers and psychic mediums for this pile, dancers as well. So yeah, if you're into botany and stuff like that, you could know which ones are like natural, invasive species in a certain areas. It could be one of your niches that you enjoy. You could be so you may enjoy walking around naked when you're at home, exhibitionists, or live in a community that has one as well. Or you're doing things more naturally. Some of you may create your own natural medicines or garden at home, like doing things more naturally. You're integrating your polarities, so your polar opposite selves, like with the Two of Cups, you're becoming very dual. You're realizing that your duality. Yeah, you're really I feel like that you're forging your path by becoming aligned and balanced between your divine feminine, your divine masculine. Some of you, this is a divine counterpart coming in for you. It could be starting your family as well for those who are wanting that. But yeah, a lot of yin and yang. So I feel like you're bringing, with the birds flying both ways and the two people dancing all the way across the board, like the rainbow on the wings and the rainbow in the sky, and the dancing everywhere. And the flower on here as well. Lotus flower. Some of you could be just getting out of the mud and starting to bloom and really flourish within what you wanted to do, whether that's taking care of a family, whether that's taking care of a garden. I feel like for pile number 3, you really just like landscapes. You really enjoy like traveling and spending time in nature. I feel like that's what's forging your own path, and it gets you out of your head and it lets you follow your heart at the same time, and it gives you a sense of freedom. 5 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, a lot of abundance coming in for you, balancing between giving and taking. You're really learning how to balance between give and take. You may have been an over giver. Like you could have had a lot of people who would just take, and take. And I feel like you didn't have that much boundaries before pile number 3, and I feel like you're really starting to do that. And that's where it's like often protects plants from pests, and it could have been some people that are very pesky towards you by constantly coming around whenever you were starting to do good, and you just were in a people pleasing mindset. And I feel like you're not anymore. You're like, we're mutually beneficial, or you are no longer serving me, and you make the match, exit stage left. Some of you, I feel like with the stage left symbolism, are into acting or want to be in the movie industry. That definitely goes along with the photography earlier. You could be a producer, film artist, DJ, child caregivers as well. Doulas, midwives, nurses, whether you really help other people either birth children or birth ideas and make it become a reality. And in turn, they help you thrive and succeed within your business as well, which gets back into the authentic connections of, give and take. You're really learning that, what it looks like when you have a relationship that's really I feel like some of you feed people too, because I ate, but my stomach just growled. So either so one of y'all is hungry, or some of you work with like restaurants or a natural cafe. I feel like is one of the things as well. Or like your stay-at-home parent, so one of the kids might be hungry and you're feeding them right now. But what was I gonna say? Authentic connection. Yeah, you're really learning what it looks like when you have an authentic connection of someone who's gonna reciprocate that energy, and also not only just reciprocating the energy, but who are also receptive, because it really hurts when you're trying to be loving and support someone and they are just not having it, just not believing in themselves, and you're like, you wanna know what, it's not up to me to believe in you more than you believe in you, and I'm going to have to really look out for me, because I can't just keep pouring out the ink from this pen just into the air because you won't let me write on your paper, even though you wanted me to. So, you're flipping the script. You're taking away your files and putting them in your own filing system, and not letting other people dictate on how you're going to move forward. So you may have some people who don't believe in your dreams. There could be some people that are naysayers. I'm getting the song from Selena Gomez, Tell Me Something I Don't Know, and it's like, tell me something I don't know, and it's like, you're never gonna make it, it's too hard, it's like 1 in a million, like 1 in a zillion, and it's like, but tell me something I don't know. Like, why are you shooting down my dreams just because you don't believe in them? Like, that's not cool. If people are shooting down your dreams and aren't cool with it, then just live your dreams in secret, and then they can see it when it flourishes. Move in silence. A fish with an open mouth ends up with a hook in it. So I feel like some of you could be water signs, because of that statement. I know it makes me think of water signs. So if you're any Pisces or Cancers or Scorpios out there, hello. But yeah, I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 2. So yeah, the number of 4, stability, and number 5 for big changes. And you could be seeing 2s a lot. You can look that up online, see if any of the numerology or angel number resonates with you. That's 1, 2, 2. So yeah, forging your own path is by not allowing others to tell you what you're capable of, and really working towards like production, and whether that's development of movies, development of plants, or development of children, or development of yourself. I feel like in the next bit here, how you're forging your own path for yourself is through development and research. So yeah, thank you for everyone coming through, and I look forward to reading your energies again in upcoming readings. And for anyone who watched all the way through, I appreciate you. And yeah, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends if you feel called to. All right, remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. Bye.